My name is Marlo, and I'm happy to be your host. We have an incredible, beautiful knife set, and I love this. And by the way, get the fry pans and the knife set and pair those together. What an awesome gift for Dad. And Dad would definitely love this customer pick. So let's dive into it, because here we go, back to back customer picks. This time, Chef Ming Tsai's diamond pattern 5-piece set that come along with the knife block at the lowest price we have ever offered. These have been sold at $61.99. While supplies last, they are $33.99. I'm gonna quickly go over what you get, and then the chef is gonna take us through it. You're going to get an 8-inch chef's knife, an 8-inch slicer knife, an 8-inch bread knife, a 5-inch utility knife, and a 3.5-inch paring knife along with this. And then you also get in addition to that, look at this beautiful knife block that it all sits in. So that's a remarkable value for yourself and for your family, or to give as a gift. And it's $11.32. It's the lowest price that we've ever offered. Chef, I'm gonna hand things over to you. Yep. This is so unique, and the timing is so perfect, as we are just a few short weeks away from Father's Day, looking for great gifts for Dad.
Yeah.
What a great choice.
And right now, there's a lot of high school grads and college grads too, so.
Yes.
I love this knife set. I mean, the price is unbelievable. Usually, a good chef's knife, like a French knife like this is 50 bucks, right? So the fact that you're getting 5 knives plus the block for the price, it's unbelievable. So let's talk about the block first, and we go into the knives. This block knife is unlike block knives, which are usually like this, right? By design. Why? Because normally when you have a knife block that's this way, every time you put it in and out, you're dulling the knife on the piece of wood, right? No bueno. So what I'd rather have is knives that you just lay down and you don't have to pull them out and dull them, and it fits nicely in a drawer. So if you have kids, I used to have young kids and now older, but when they were younger, I hated having knives out on the counter, right? So I like the low profile in the drawer, and these 5 knives are the 5 knives you'll ever need, because you can do everything. You have the 2 small knives, so you have the small one for paring, doing fruit and whatnot and garnishes. This one I love slicing and filleting really small fish. Then, of course, it's a serrated. Serrated is fantastic for tomatoes and especially great for bread. This is all the sourdough bread baking. Serration is the way to go. I love this. I call this a fillet knife, right? Because this has a nice low profile, and you can get in for salmon and for fish. This is awesome. There's a little bit of flex to it, which is what you actually want, right? And then the bad boy, as I call it, this French knife, this is what I use all the time, right? Probably 90% of the time I have this knife in hand. Now, this is my best test of a knife. Drop a cucumber. Does it cut that? You see that? Cuts it all the way. Drop a little bit higher, cuts it straight through. That's a sign of a great knife. You take an onion, drop it on, it should stick. If your knife doesn't stick, and the reason this onion stopped is because of the board, that's a great sign of a sharp knife, all right? So if you can do that with your knives at home, then you have great knives. If you can't do it, you need new knives. So let me just show you quickly, because I'm gonna do a kind of a Mandarin chicken salad. So here's some cucumbers, and this is why I love this knife, because I can take it and I could do nice thin planks with it, like that. And as you can tell, I'm letting the knife do all the work. So when you have a knife, people sometimes just have to go straight down, and that's okay, but sometimes it doesn't get all the way through. See that? So I always say when you use a knife, you want to have a little slide to it, right? Let the knife slide through things like cucumbers. And if you do that, then you can always end up with a nice even julienne, as this is called, all right? So that's how you do a julienne. So let's do that one more time, just to show you the sharpness of this knife. And again, cucumbers are kind of slippery, so don't go too crazily fast, but without a sharp knife, you're gonna have a hard time getting through them, all right? Let me show you a great trick with a bell pepper, and this is where I like a little bit skinnier knife. And this is what I like with the bell pepper. Again, here's a great trick, guys. You take both ends off a bell pepper. You take your knife flat on the board, and you roll your bell pepper like this. And you roll your bell pepper, and once you do that, all the inside is gone, and you're left with just a bell pepper. You've done that trick before, right, Marlo?
I haven't. I've seen you do that before.
You
and
haven't?
I haven't. Hey, look, you can learn something new every day, but that's a cool one. I definitely want to do that one at home. Hey, Chef, everybody's loving the knives. They are beautiful. If you'd like to have them, you're welcome to shop. Over 400 of you, almost 500 of you, have ordered. Look at this. I get to rub my hand across this. We're calling this our beautiful diamond surface. I think it's so handsome and so attractive. Like, I love how that looks. It's on both sides. Look at even the handle, that perforated look. These are beautifully handsome, rich, expensive looking knives. And of course, you also get the board with it. So lowest price we've ever offered. You'll get all the nice. This is an awesome gift. Great hostess gift. Great gift for dad. If you don't have sharp knives in your kitchen, you need them. And what better way for you to be able to make the investment than by ordering it today at the best value that we've ever offered. Chef, we're gonna go back to you. I'm always fascinated by the tips that you share with us in the kitchen. And let's face it, right? Whether we're cooking breakfast or we're cutting, a sandwich in half for lunch, or we're slicing and dicing and chopping as we prepare for dinner, knives are something that we're using day in and day out.
It's probably the most important tool in your kitchen, right?
For sure.
You need a good cutting board, you need a good knife. If you don't have a good knife, then you can't even do prep. You're mentioning the pattern, and I appreciate that you love the look, that it's handsome, but it's done, this diamond pattern is done by design, because by having this pattern and being nice and slick, it can get through products more easily. And you mentioned the handle too. So this is rubber, and we put in this little notch, so it's ergonomic for your middle finger, not for this finger. That's not how you hold a knife. You hold a knife actually this way. And I love it because it's rubber, so when your hand's a little bit moist, it doesn't slip, and machine washable. However, here's my one tip with knives. Any knife, even though this handle can handle it because it's rubber, I don't put in the dishwasher. Why? Because I don't want my knife rattling in a dishwasher, then hitting the side of my dishwasher, getting itself dull, and then actually taking the rubber part of the dishwasher rack, which will then rust. Plus your knives, all knives, hand wash, and then either lay them down flat on a napkin or a towel, or of course, we invented this so that you can lay your knives down flat this way in your drawer, right?
I really love the knife block a lot, and here's why I like it. I don't have a very large kitchen. And so while I do think that some of the larger knife blocks are beautiful and can be a statement piece, I don't know how necessarily practical they are, right? Because our countertops are precious real estate. I like that you can certainly display this on top of your counter, but it's thin enough to even go into a drawer if you wanted it to. So if you would like in on this, look at how beautiful that is. Great value, wonderful, innovative design, amazing quality at a great value. You're looking at not quite 50% off, but very, very close. This is an amazing value. Use our FlexPay if you'd like to. You've got 30 days for a full refund, but I wouldn't wait. If you want to place your orders on this one, do it now. We're going to go back to your kitchen, Chef, as you show us more, but I really do hope that our friends at home will take advantage of it by getting it at home.
So I like a small knife when I do shallots and onions. Why? Because when you do an onion, I cut this in half, right? Then I peeled it. Then I come across the onion vertically and I go straight down, but you don't cut all the way through because I want to keep the onion attached, right? Why? Because then, and I bring it to the end of the board, because then I want to come across the onion this way. So this is how you mince onions. And you just get to get out 3 whacks. Then you'll see when you then mince it, you get all of these that are all minced. And people always ask, well, what do you do when you get to this last part? Because this last part's a huge piece, right? Well, that's okay. You just put it on its side and you go through it again. It's all going to be about the same size, and that's the key. When you mince onions, the whole idea is you want them the same size. So when you cook them, they all end up about the same size, right?
That was great.
That's how you mince an onion.
Yeah, that was great. I can watch you all day with all those. I don't want to present anything. I just want to watch you cook.
Yeah, no. But the key to that whole demo is a sharp knife.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to get through a knife. Again, if you're just joining us, this is the best test how sharp a knife is. Take an onion, drop it. It should stick, right? The gravity of the weight of an onion should get through your knife. If your knife can't do that, guys, well, my onion's falling apart now. If your knife can't do that, your knives aren't sharp enough, right? So just do that right now. If your onion bounces off your knife, get them sharpened, or get yourself some new knives.
All right, over
'Cause the
600.
most common accident is a dull knife in the kitchen, not a sharp knife, right? You slip because it's dull, and then you get yourself. Sharp knives are much safer than what people would think. And wetness is probably the other danger of knives. When your hands get wet and they slip. So
Yes.
that's why I like to have the rubber handle.
Well, I'm going to get in there,
It's
Chef,
a great
because
value.
more than 600 of you have ordered. Thank you so much for your phone calls. You will love them. They're fantastic. I'm telling you, if you'd like to own them, let us know. Limited time only. We've lowered the price. Don't miss out on, of course, that sale price of $33.95 or 3 credit card payments of $11.32. Thank you for your phone calls there. Hey, coming up, we're going to be talking about the grilled